Hey everybody, Jeremy here. So the other day I was a little bit curious about what was going on in the world of Aerogarden and hydroponics because it's been a while since I've heard anything that's new coming from them. So I decided to go on their website and lo and behold, I found out that there is a newly redesigned Aerogarden Harvest model and they're calling it the Aerogarden Harvest 2.0. They currently sell it for $89.95 and I've been looking at it and there's some things about it that I'm not too sure about, and I wanted to share those things with you. So let's take a look at it. So here it is, the Harvest 2.0. It is a new release and it comes in two different colors. You got the black version and you have the white version. Now, one of the biggest differences between the Harvest 2.0 and the regular Aerogarden Harvest that you can find right now is that they decided to make the grow deck black. And they made it black because they say it helps to prevent algae growth. So that's one of the changes about it. But there's some other bigger changes with this as well that could be for better or for worse depending on how you look at it. But let's just take a look at some of these features here that they've written down. So you can grow up to 6 plants 5 times faster than soil, as you usually do with these hydroponic systems. It features a dark grow deck to prevent algae growth and a 1-button control nutrient reminder. It has a 15-watt LED grow light for full spectrum optimal lighting that is now detachable and dimmer to be gentler on the eyes. Up to 12 inches of growth for herbs, lettuce, tomatoes, and more. Simple design, forward garden that integrates into any home setting, and it includes a bonus lettuce seed packet and growing starter kit so that you can start growing immediately. So right there we can see that there's a few differences between the Harvest 2.0 and the regular Harvest. And if I pop over to the page for the regular Harvest, we see that there's some similar information. You can still grow 5 plants, you still get the 12-inch height, but here's some big differences here. So you see on the regular Harvest you have these 3 indicator buttons for adding plant food. The middle one is the water indicator, which will flash red when the water is low, and then you can turn the light on and off just with the touch of that capacitive button. On the Aerogarden 2.0, Harvest 2.0, you don't have that. You have the very top of the light fixture, which I don't think that they show in these photos, but at the very top there's a single button that just kind of handles all of that. So you don't get the individual buttons anymore. Also on the Harvest, if we look at some specifications for it, you see that it tells you that you get a 20-watt LED lighting array. But on the Harvest 2.0, you have a 15-watt lighting array. Now they say that it's dimmer, it's easier on the eyes, it's more concentrated, so it's not going to flood the room with as much light. And perhaps that's true, but I think for most people, when they see that this is 15 watts compared to 20 watts, it automatically becomes a downgrade and somewhat undesirable. And another thing about the Harvest 2.0, as you can see here, it says that it gives you a lettuce seed pack. But here's the thing, inside of the growing starter kit, no more grow domes. We're reducing plastic while providing the same great growing experience. And that's really weird to me because ever since I started using Aerogardens years ago, and even on Aerogarden competitive products, you always get the plastic grow domes because Aerogarden has said from the beginning that the reason why you use those grow domes is to help the seedlings sprout because it creates like humidity inside those domes, and that's beneficial for the seedlings. And so when the seedlings get close to the domes, then that's when you take it off and it gives them a good head start on life. Now they're saying that they're reducing plastic to, help the environment, which I love the environment. We all want to help it, but it's also strange because I've looked at a couple of videos and there's not too many videos about this product that's actually available right now. But in those videos, they're showing off everything that's inside the box. So while they don't include plastic grow domes, they do separate the growth sponges and the baskets in the stickers in individual plastic bags. And that just kind of blew my mind. Like, wait a minute, you're saying that you're reducing plastic by not including the grow domes, but yet you're including plastic in the box to separate the different accessories. And doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but that's another one of the big changes with this Aerogarden Harvest 2.0. Here's an answer that they gave on the official FAQ, and the question is, why are the plastic grow domes no longer needed for the seeds to germinate in the Harvest 2.0? To which they replied, the grow domes are designed to protect small fragile seedlings. Since the spacing of the seed starting trays puts young seedlings so close together, we found that using the grow domes may actually disturb them more than help them. And don't worry, your plants will get all the humidity they need from the water bowl below. We're reducing plastic while providing the same great growing experience. So they're basically saying, hey, we didn't know what we were talking about at first. You know, we thought that the humidity will help the plants to thrive at an early age, but now we're like, no, it's actually hurtful to the plants. Since I've been using Aerogarden products, I've never found the domes to be hurtful in any way. And even in other hydroponic growing systems, whether they're just on the lower end Aerogarden products or things that are just more expensive like the Click and Grow, they all include plastic domes to put over the plants, and they all say that you're supposed to do that in the beginning. But now Aerogarden is saying that it's actually hurtful to do that for the plants. I don't buy it. I think that this is a cost-cutting situation, but that's what they said here. Another difference between the Harvest 2.0 and the regular Harvest has to do with the pump. They're using a different type of pump, and they also redesigned the grow deck. So on the regular Harvest models, when the water pumps up, it goes into these channels, and it basically creates like a waterfall effect that waters each pod individually. It does not do that anymore, as indicated by this next question that says, does the Harvest 2.0 have the same pump with the individual spouts to each pod as the Harvest XL? And it's not just the Harvest XL, it's also with the Harvest Elite and with the other regular Harvest as well. And it says, the new Harvest 2.0 garden has a newly designed tray deck that is all one piece and no spouts needed for success. The pump is not the same as the Harvest XL. Because I don't have this unit, I can't say definitively whether or not the changing of that pump is going to affect the plants in any way whatsoever. But I do think that it was interesting how they decided to get rid of that particular feature. And also, by the way, if you are into this kind of thing, it'll be good to know that the seed starting tray for the Harvest, it does fit the Harvest 2.0. However, if you have the microgreens kit that you can use with the regular Harvest models, it does not work with the Harvest 2.0. So if you like microgreens and you have that kit and you want to get this, it's not going to be compatible. So I thought that that was something that was also very important to know. Another difference between the Harvest 2.0 and the other Harvest model is that they no longer give you the pre-seeded seed kit with the purchase. So if you look at the old Harvest, you get the 6-pod seed kit that contains gourmet herbs, heirloom salad, red heirloom cherry tomatoes, or cascading petunias. So you would get things like dill and mint and basil, stuff like that, lettuce. But in the Harvest 2.0, they don't give you that. They just give you some lettuce seeds. And based on the videos that I've seen, it is black seeded Simpson lettuce. And they give you that in a pouch with just the seeds. And then you have to put them inside of the empty seed pods and then put them inside of their little containers. And then you have to add the stickers yourself. So kind of depending on, your take on it, you may like the fact that they don't give you those pre-seeded pods anymore. So technically, you can put whatever you want in there. You won't be stuck with using different herbs that you might not even want to use and different leafy greens that you may not want to use either. But at the same time, you might also look at it as being, well, they're giving you less variety of seeds, and perhaps it has something to do with the seed guarantee, which they would tell you like, hey, the the pods that we give you are guaranteed to germinate, and if not, we'll make it right. But I wonder if that's even the thing anymore, since they just give you a pack of seeds and you just plant them yourself. So it reduces the chances of them just not germinating, because technically you can just put some more seeds in there, just add a few, add 3 to 5, and chances are they're going to germinate. So who knows, maybe that whole guarantee is out the window as well. But that is the difference between the new model and the old model. So I don't know. I mean, to me, when I hear something like 2.0, I'm thinking of an iteration, an improvement on an existing model that's just better pretty much all the way around. But when I look at the Aerogarden Harvest 2.0, I'm not getting that impression. It seems to me that it's a downgrade in more ways than one. Now, like I said, I don't actually have it, so I can't really put it to the test. But just looking at this on paper, if you were to tell me that this is what you get with the 2.0 versus this is what you get with the original version would seem more enticing to me, because it has a higher wattage for the lights, and it gives you compatibility with all of the different harvest accessories, including the microgreens kit. I like the fact that they include the grow domes. In the 2.0, they don't give you the grow domes, and you get a variety of different plants to start with as opposed to just lettuce. I don't know. And the other thing is, this costs $89.95, so, $90, and it's not cheap. And when you consider the different other types of hydroponic systems that are out there right now, a lot of these Amazon brands are offering more for less than this. And if you want to spend maybe even a tiny bit more money, maybe about between $5 or $7, I've seen models out there where you can get 12 pods instead of 6. And you also have access to a larger wattage of lights, like 25 watts as opposed to 15. And it has app connectivity, and it has Wi-Fi, and stuff like that. And then when you look at the Aerogarden, it's like, man, the name is something that's familiar, but what you're offering, it really kind of fades in comparison to what the competitors are offering on their side. So yeah, I gotta say, I'm a little bit disappointed, but we'll see what the general public thinks of this once the Harvest 2.0 really starts circulating and people start buying it and it shows up in stores. Maybe it won't be a difference between how the plants grow and maintain themselves, or maybe it will. Time will tell. So if you are into the whole hydroponic scene, have you seen this? And what are your thoughts about the Aerogarden Harvest 2.0? Do you think it's a downgrade, an upgrade, or do you think they're just towing the neutral line? So that's all for now, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, take care of yourselves, and I'll speak to you soon.